Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Toonkind FPS. My name is Blaze, and with me I have the wonderfully fantastic, talented.
Hello, everybody. I have been killed by the love. My name is Dee Dee Flowers, also known as Dee Dee, and I'm going to be playing a little bean named Jeanette.
And I'm gonna be, unless somebody else shows up, mostly playing Lord Briar, who is not a little bean. It's just tall tank and a bastard.
He's stinky.
He's stinky. So this will be taking place between the day and night mother of all parties of the third day.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's before the decorations are set up because Jeanette will probably want to help with that.
Okay.
And also, she needs time to make things.
Mhm.
And speaking of making things, that's kind of why she's looking for Briar.
Mhm.
Uh,
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're guessing they just got done with the whole exchange thing in the garden, and that's why he's heading around places now. Cause well, should we start with an investigation roll?
yes, let's do that.
Yay.
For those listening later, she now's like Jeanette feels like it's safe now, so she can go. Like she feels safe that it's safe to talk to this guy, and so shirts. It's shirt time.
Mhm.
It's fashion time, baby.
Need matching outfits.
Matching outfits. Investigation.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use my cactus dice.
Yes. Cactus
Oh,
dice.
cactus dice. That's an 11.
Oh well, that's not too bad. You at least know generally where he is. Like he was like you're pretty sure he was last out in the garden was where you saw everybody. So I'm gonna say maybe it takes you a minute, but you see him heading back in and whatnot. He's going somewhere you imagine, but yeah, you see him coming back in from the garden.
She
It's
follows the large hulking man. Uh, Perhaps at like a bit of a distance, but like
mm-hmm.
close enough that she can kind of keep up.
That's fair. Let me see. Let me roll perception for him to see if he notices Jeanette there. Well, that's 14 total. Uh, I, since Jeanette's not actively sneaking, I don't know if he's.
Yeah, she's not sneaking at all, so like
Yeah, he probably notices her from the corner of his eye, just looks, doesn't realize she's following him, and then just keeps going because she's like, why would she be following me? I've got places to be.
uh I don't know if she like sees her like with that 11, I don't know if she would have seen him looking at her, but
Mm-hmm.
she probably just like will continue to follow like kind of will like continue to follow behind like
Mm-hmm. I say just for the gag, it happens for a good few minutes.
yeah.
He's just following along. It's he finally gets up to the stairs that goes up to where Flora's office and everything is, and their rooms are further upstairs, and he finally stops, like turns around, so oh, she's huh. Did you need something?
Oh, yes, I do.
Oh, what did you need?
Just need to roll a quick d10. That's a 4, that'll do. She pulls out, she opens her mouth,
Mm-hmm.
pulls out a large little wad of plastic that unrolls into a measuring tape. I need your measurements.
Guy got that from the back of my shirt. What do you need measurements for?
Well, not the size of your shirt, but measurements are a bit more complicated than that. I cannot do much with an extra large.
Well, you can do a lot with an extra large. You can wear it for one.
Oh, was that a joke?
I hope not.
Oh, I would not know. I'm not very good at jokes. All the same, I do need your measurements.
Hey, do you want to roll persuasion?
Oh, 10 and... Oh, that's a 10 plus my... Yeah, that's an 11. 11 and
Ooh.
only 11.
Mm. I'm sure it'll be fine with just a large. It's not important enough.
Disagree. After all, a large can mean a lot of things. It does not take into the fact of your chest size or your shoulder width. If the shirt breaks during the ball, wouldn't that be embarrassing? Or if it is too baggy?
I don't exactly care much about clothes, and if it tears, it tears.
Jeanette kind of cocks her head, still kind of smiling. It's like, Flora will care.
And
Don't you care what Flora thinks?
he just kind of grumbles and starts going up the stairs.
Jeanette shrugs and continues to follow behind him.
If it's damaged, I can get it fixed at the time. Or I'll just wear what I'm wearing now. I still don't
I think that will work.
What? Why not?
It won't match her dress.
Why does the matching matter? And this is the second time I've. Why? What relevance is it?
Not relevance. It's about aesthetic.
Okay, then why is the aesthetic relevant?
Because it'll make Flora happy.
He just starts grumbling. He's just like, "Oh, just make me happy." I don't. Why? He just kind of like stomps louder up the stairs. Pauses at the
Jeanette
second floor. I forgot why I fucking came up the stairs now.
Jeanette looks at him and kind of smiles.
Why are you still following me?
Because I have not gotten your measurements yet.
Like, I'm at least, like, what, almost 2 of you? Can you go off of that?
That is not accurate.
I'm pretty sure I'm about too tall of you. Hang on. He, like, looks between himself at you and is like, no, I'm pretty sure that's about right.
But that does not take into account shoulder size.
Those 2 up and 2 across.
I am not a user, but I am not a very accurate measurement. I, the player, cannot talk.
You're valid, I pet you.
Like Jeanette said this more eloquently. Like, a Jeanette is not an accurate measurement. A Jeanette is not an accurate way to measure.
Well, you're a nobody, not a measuring tape. At least last I checked.
Correct. So you agree we should use the tape instead? And she holds out the tape.
No, that's not. I forgot why I came up to the fucking second floor now.
Hey, boy. Did he yell that?
Yes.
Okay.
You forgot why he came up to the second floor. He's yelling about it.
Oh, dang. Okay. So that's a 15 in deception that Jeanette just rolled.
Mm-hmm.
She's fine.
Well, you want to try that again?
Oh, okay.
Hang on.
I'm assuming when he loses his temper, he kind of like flails his arms a bit. Like there's loudness and like sudden movement.
Yeah, he's just like, I forgot why. Like just kind of like throws his arms over the air. I forgot why I fucking came up here.
Okay. Jeanette, she kind of has this characteristic, like whatever her main traits are, like, you know, the smile, the customer service smile, which is kind of almost always on her face. She flinches and steps back. She visibly steps back. Like she is still, like the smile fades for only just a second, but Briar definitely sees it.
Okay, I guess he probably. Go ahead.
I was gonna say she flinches and she flinches in fear. Like
yeah. I'm gonna say, hang on, I'm gonna take a sip. This voice.
Oh, take your time.
Thank you.
I'll also take a sippy.
Yeah. I'm gonna say he notices it's like like is it like he flails around, like he's looking around, like like why did I come up here? Is there any chance it's within my immediate peripheral so I could figure it the fuck out? And then like he notices this, is like he stops and he just like looks at her and his eyes narrow slightly. It's like, why are you scared?
I was merely startled.
You should be scared.
Are you going to hurt me?
Why the fuck would I do that? Why?
You just said I should be scared of you.
There's plenty of reasons to be scared of people. It isn't always comes down to harm.
That doesn't make any sense.
A lot of things
Isn't
don't
that
make
the main... I think she's forgotten to be afraid and just, like, trying to puzzle through that sentence, like...
Yeah. There's plenty of reasons to be afraid. Just because whether or not something's gonna hurt you doesn't mean it's need to be whether or not you're... Fuck! Like, you can be afraid even if nothing's gonna fucking happen to you.
It's very true.
So, go fucking be scared. Go help with party shit. I don't know. How the fuck did I come up here? Maybe I wanted the 3rd floor. He starts going up the stairs again.
Okay, I think I need to roll. Because she is scared, and it's like... I don't know if I should roll, like, a D2 or, like, roll a persuasion against myself, like...
Yeah? Yeah?
I guess I'll do a persuasion, like...
Mm-hmm.
Like, above a 10, like... Oh, 18!
Oh, shit!
She screws her... Yes! She, gathers... She's like, oh, he's scary, but also... Now her, pride is on the line. She... Like, she made pretty dresses... If she wants, she can't. If she makes a pretty dress and a bad shirt, she won't be able to forgive herself. She's like, okay, and she kind of like, tippy toes, like behind him, like. I have not gotten your measurements yet, sir.
I thought you were scared of me. Why are you still here? You're scared.
My pride is on the line, sir.
Wait,
I take
what?
pride in my outfits.
Oh. What? What?
The dresses. I made the last 2 dresses for Lady Flora, and I thought I did a good job, and she really liked them, and she's kind of nervous.
No, that's fair. Yeah, she's scared right now. Of course she's nervous.
Well, but I thought it would be nice if for the last day she and you had matching outfits, and it would look. I think that it would be nice if you had a shirt that was fitted to your size. Otherwise, you're not gonna look as nice, standing next to her.
But Flora's gonna look nice.
Yes, but you will also need to look nice too. So you're matching. It's the aesthetic.
Again with the aesthetic.
Aesthetic is important, sir.
It's one thing I never understood at these fucking fancy parties.
You say the F word a lot.
But yes, I'm not exactly a G-rated tune. Or PG-13. I'd swear as much as I want. What do you think this is, Little Corner?
It's not Little Corner. Little Corner is a long way from here, actually.
I never really checked on a map. It's somewhere, and it's better to take a teleportation circle to get there. That's about as all I know.
They have very tasty seafood.
Good for them. They're a seaport, or they're by the sea. Ocean? Yeah. Anyway.
Yes.
Just kind of shrugs. He's like, I don't know. If they didn't have good fish, that would probably be a problem.
Would be a problem. Just like it's a problem that I don't have these measurements yet.
I don't remember why I'm up here either.
I can help you retrace your steps if you Let me take your measurements.
I don't need help.
Everyone needs help sometimes.
Not me.
That doesn't seem right.
Whether or not it seems right doesn't change whether or not it's true.
No, I mean, that doesn't seem accurate. Or possible.
I don't. What?
Toons are social creatures. And social creatures need help sometimes. We're meant to work together.
I don't know if you noticed, but there's a grand total of 3 people in this house.
3 is more than 1.
A lot of what we do is by ourselves.
But isn't that why you hired us? Or hired me?
That is why Flora hired, or tried to hire. Apparently, she somehow managed through some mix-up at No Man's to get 1 extra nobody, 1 thief, and a Klarstein. I still don't know how the hell that happened, but it did.
Weird.
I don't know if it's weird or toon logic.
Not sure myself. I am not used to toon logic yet.
I'm trying not to be myself.
Jeanette cocks her head, like, why are you not getting used to toon logic?
Because it's stupid. I'd rather not get used to it. It's something I could do without.
But you are a toon.
It doesn't matter what I am.
That doesn't seem logical.
Unfortunately, I understand that one, but I'd rather not all the same. It's shit that happens that you don't have a say in, and it's stupid. I'd rather have a say in what happens to me.
That I can understand. And she's adjusting her little bow tie, which does not have a mark on it.
Yeah, guessing she hit it.
Yeah, she hit it.
Yeah.
I, the player, realized I never rolled to see how well the disguise kit worked, but
Yeah.
hey, let's say it worked, and I'll just roll a little whiz save to see how she's doing.
Well, she could have also have asked Johan before going to see Briar to put the little disc in front of it.
True, that's true. However, we could have drama.
That's true. We could.
Let's see. Oh, so that was a 10.
So what's this save for it to show up?
Oh, you know what? I don't think I figured that out.
Yeah, Fable, we know you're doing dishes, but is there any chance you know what the...
Let me see. Disguise kit.
Because I remember when we were talking about it before, it was like how well it's hidden, but if it's hidden, what does it take for it to show up again? I mean, high-stress situations, which Jeanette is currently in, but like... What's the save?
I always assumed it was like, like the more she fidgets with the bow tie, like the more the disguise kit wipes off, but I don't know what the save itself would be. We could just say it's a 10, or
yeah, meets it, beats it, yeah, because it's halfway.
Yeah.
10's not bad, I guess. And plus more stressful situations, I guess the bar would be lower or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would say if it was hidden at first with a 10, but with stress, it's likely to started to show, says Fable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess because it goes through things and shows up on anything, it's started showing through the bow, I guess.
Yeah. And it's a white bow, and the little clover is green, so...
Yeah.
Hey, does Briar want to make a... I don't know if he wants to look at Jeanette, or if he's even paying attention, but maybe perception,
Yeah, well, I can see if he's paying attention. Oh, he might not be paying attention, hang on.
Guess not.
I mean, that's a 9, so...
That is your average everyday nobody. Nothing to see here, no sir.
Yep. She's just fiddling with her bow tie.
I can help you. Jeanette's kind of changing the subject. It's like, perhaps I can help you with whatever it is you need help with.
I don't He just like stands there and like pinches the bridge of his nose a moment. If I give you your measurements, will you stop trying to help?
She's kind of cocking her head, and she's like, "That's not what I meant, but okay."
Alright, fine. He just like kind of looks around as you're just at the top of the stairs now. It's just like, where do we go for like what do you just stand here and take my measurements here or what?
Jeanette's she's gonna go like there are two ways we can go about this. One of them involves a ladder. The other involves you leaning down. Which would you prefer?
Let's see. I'm gonna do for funsies. I'm gonna do a history roll for funsies to see if Briar would know where the fuck a ladder is in his house. He does not know where the fuck a ladder is in his house. No, like that's a 2 with his modifier. For all he knows, they don't own a ladder. There's no ladders in his house.
Yeah, so
if you want a ladder, you probably need to get that from Flora or Pepper. I have no idea where one is.
you'll need two large. Perhaps you'll need to sit down then. And maybe I can get a very tall chair, if that helps.
You're small.
Yep.
I'm not.
No.
We'll get you a chair. Hang on, it's second floor, back downstairs. He just like mumbles and grumbles and goes back downstairs and just like goes to Flora's office and takes the chair out from behind her desk. Do you want to roll a quick perception check?
Absolutely. Ooh, a 9 with that's a 10. Jeez.
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. It's Briar's like expression. Everything like nothing seems to have changed. The office is in great disarray at the moment. Like there's papers and stuff everywhere. Like this place is an absolute mess. If you didn't know better, you would have thought somebody had like come and ransacked the place.
Oh dear.
If you hadn't seen it earlier, like with everybody with Flora there, it was already a bit of a mess. It's like now it's like worse.
Oh dear.
What?
Well, it's quite messy.
Yeah.
Let me help you pick those up. And
No,
she's going to start picking up the papers.
No, just leave it. It can be cleaned up later. Or ask Flora. I don't even know where these go.
At the very least, you can put the papers in a pile.
Fine, I guess.
You have no... Sir, I am a nobody. I don't think I'll be able to concentrate with all these papers on the ground.
Fine, help yourself then.
And she's like, just gonna pick them up, like... Hey, can I roll another perception, like, as she's picking up these papers, like... Ooh, 19!
19, nice.
And does she notice anything new, like...
Yeah, you notice that some of them are previous letters that you found way back on the first day. A lot of them are new, though, and seem to be very hastily written. It's still in the different, I believe you figured it to picked up that it was likely Sylvan. And some of them have ink splatters, and as you're like sorting in things, you notice that there's like a bit of ink around, kind of like either the well was knocked over, or maybe the quill dropped, which is a little odd since, you know, the quill holder is also the inkwell, so it's not easily tipped, but, you know, not impossible. Well, yeah.
I, the player, don't know what to do with this information, but I'm squinting.
That's fair. And yeah, and you probably also see like like a list of I can't remember sort of, but like attendance and whatnot, like the
Mm-hmm.
one Jeanette had, because she was keeping a list of stuff. I don't know if she did that on the second night as well.
Uh, I don't know if she did, because a lot happened that day.
Yeah, a lot happened. That's
Like
very
she
valid.
had, she already had the journal prepared
Mhm.
because like might as well use the same formatting, but like I don't
Mhm.
know if she kept track.
Yeah, yeah. That's fair. That's fair. She at least has it from the first day then, and yeah, there seems to be like either another copy. You're not sure like which day it's from, like if it's from the first night or the second night. Possibly both. It doesn't seem to be dated, but it does have, or if it is, you can't read the letters that say that date. But yeah, it's got the list of names and whatnot. All the other
She's
stuff.
just going to she's not gonna take them. She's just gonna like, carefully put them back in a pile and then
Mhm.
put the pile on on the desk. She's like, huh, okay, that is better. Would you please sit down?
Oh, I thought you were gonna stand on the chair. Or no, wait. Oh no, no. And he like just puts the chair to the side, just like sits down with a slight thud because this man is heavy. That's just it's gravity. He can't.
For flavor, she kind of like the force of it like makes her kind of like pop up in the air along with the rest of the desk.
Yeah, everything just goes boom up and down.
Okie
He just like kind of
dokie.
sets the chair like near himself. It's like okay, so like what this?
That will work. This will
Oh,
just make you more comfortable while I take the measurements.
all right then. So, do I just sit here or?
Yep. Make yourself comfortable. I'm going to measure your arms first. And she's taking out she's taking out the measuring tape.
Okay, but without instructions, he just kind of like sits there and doesn't hold out his arm or anything. So his
Could
arms.
you please hold out your arm
Why?
so I can measure your arm?
Like what this? And he just like kind of holds it out awkwardly. Like you could like you don't have to roll for this with all those sewing and stuff you've done. Like you can tell this man hasn't exactly been measured for before or anything. Like he's just like holding out his arm. Like what? It's my arm. It exists.
Sit up a little bit straighter, please.
This or
That will work. And she's like just gonna like
good.
quickly like, take the measuring tape out and
Mhm.
is like you know, measuring the side length of his arm like
Mhm. Why do you care
and
about outfits and stuff? I thought nobody's just did paperwork and organizations.
well, that's what we're supposed to do. But I like outfits and I've discovered recently I'm fairly good at them. And I want to, well, she kind of trails off.
Hmm. He doesn't pry, unfortunately. He just like lets her trail off. It's just like, okay. He asked, he got his answers. I was just like, all right.
That's fair. That's the problem with having the stink man and the bean. Neither
Yeah.
of them are good at communicating.
No. No, they're not.
Do you want to roll another perception on Jeanette,
Yeah. Yeah,
or
I
an
can.
insight on Jeanette?
Yeah, let's see. What's better, your insight or what was the other one? Perception? Oh, they're the same. Okay. Uh, oh, shit. Okay, now he's paying attention. He's sitting down now because he's got nothing to yell about, so that's a dirty 20.
Okay. So with that dirty 20, you've definitely noticed that uh she is still kind of scared of. She's still very hesitant, still kind of scared.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she's like definitely like she wants to do these measurements. Like what she's saying is true. Like she wants to
Mm-hmm.
do a good job making clothing, but she's also very scared of Briar
Yeah.
for and like possibly not for the reasons he thinks that she is. Like
Mm-hmm. I don't know if he's smart enough to know that. Hang on, I feel like I should do a whiz roll or something. Or an intelligence roll, but that would not be in his favor. Oh, what should I do? Intelligence or wisdom?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I kind of want him to get it, so whatever, like, I guess whatever one's higher, like,
That would be a whiz roll, so...
and plus, like, they were just talking about it,
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
so,
17, okay.
okay.
With his modifier... Alright. Okay, yeah, I guess, yeah, that's enough for him, I guess, to somewhat put the pieces together.
Yeah, you can put together the, like, oh, this is both because, yeah, you had a stamp that marks out Nobodies,
Mm.
and I guess, like, with that dirty 20, you begin to notice that, green mark showing on, Jeanette's, collar, like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, that wasn't there before.
Mm.
And also, I think Briar can notice, like, it's also because you don't know what it is, but he is, there's something about the way that Jeanette is, like, looking at Briar that is, like she's kind of seeing someone else or something else.
Okay.
And that is something about Briar reminds her of something that scares her.
Okay.
The bean's got PTSD, possibly.
Yeah.
Like,
Probably squinted her a bit and is like, you said you were scared.
I did.
You were still scared.
She kind of hesitates. I'm trying not to be. Guy said you were grumpy, but that he thought you were a good person.
Well, Guy's stupid, I can tell you that much.
He does make very poor life choices.
He does.
But he's a good judge of character.
No. His judge of me proves that he's not. I mean... Oh, very well then. If you think he's such a good judge of character, name me one person he's been a good judge of character of.
Me?
What?
Well, he said my work was pretty. She kind of says that, shyly, twiddling her thumbs, like...
Isn't that stating the obvious? How is that a judge of character?
Well, it's just, like you said, nobodies aren't supposed to be good at, making clothes. Do you see this dress I'm wearing?
Yes.
She kind of gestures towards the skirt and the little vest, and this is actually, made from the other suits that Nobodies wear. I had to take them and kind of repurpose them into this outfit.
You made
I never really had much material to work with outside of No Man's.
You turned a suit into a dress.
Because dresses are nice.
Okay, but it was a suit and then it was a dress.
Yes, that is correct.
You
and
see
vest.
the math meme, like, around his head? Like, it's just like, the dots are not connected. He's just like, what? It was a suit and then a dress.
Well, it wasn't too complicated, actually. All I had to do was take the material from the trousers and cut them and reshape them and sew them into a skirt. And then I took another pair of trousers and reshaped this into a vest.
It's still the math just increases. You think you've simplified it? No, it got worse somehow.
Oh no! I can show you later if you'd like.
No, there's. I'm not gonna get it. Okay, so he judged a nobody as. If you're scared and you're scared of me, but you don't seem to be scared of me, then what are you scared of?
Jeanette's, God, I don't think she's gonna answer that. And she's like looking away and it's like, can you hold out your other arm? Can you hold out both of your arms, please?
I'm pretty sure they're the same length. He still holds them out, but he's just like, they're the same length.
She's just gonna she's just gonna measure the waist. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this will give me a more accurate measurement of your waist and torso.
Why do you need my waist with a shirt?
Your waist is part of a shirt. It'll be covered by a shirt.
Why do clothes have to be so fucking complicated? This is why I have
Clothes are
one
nice.
outfit. I guess, but I'm a toon. I don't need more than one outfit.
Jeanette just kind of shrugs and is gonna. She hesitates and is like, I need to. She's gonna hold out the measuring tape to Briar. Can you wrap this around your waist real quick?
He like kind of takes it with like his thumb and forefinger because it's probably a fine size for Jeanette, but he's like picking it up as like, this is tiny in his hand.
Oh, right. Just hold one end right here. And she kind of just kind of gestures so that he kind of holds it against his side.
Mm-hmm.
And then she takes the other end and like kind of loops it around so that it measures his waist.
Okay.
Like,
yeah. 2 hours later, walks around. He's not that big, but it's funny.
it is. It's like, okay, so that is the measurement of your waist. I also need to measure the chest.
Fine. Do I just keep my arms up or like what?
Just keep your arms up.
Okay,
and though if you can, actually, I'm just gonna roll another d10.
Okay.
She takes a little bobby pin out of her. She takes reaches into her mouth, pulls out a little bobby pin. It's like, would you mind if I pin this to your shirt?
Why do you need to pin it to my shirt?
You need to keep your arms out, and I only have 2 arms.
He seems to. Do you want to roll insight real quick or
Yeah.
perception?
Absolutely. It's a 2.
Oh, he just kind of blinks, stares at her for a moment, and is just like, fine. Just to get it over with.
She kind of pins it and makes another loop.
Mm-hmm.
And as she's taking the long journey across his pecs, like around his pecs, she says, "Would you like a lolly after this?"
A what?
A lolly.
What the hell is a lolly?
It's a candy.
And that is a what?
You've never had candy?
I don't know what that is.
Jeanette has dropped the measuring tape. Pepper's never had candy either. Has Flora never had candy?
I doubt it. What is it? Other than something to have? Like, does it help with measuring or some shit?
For eating. Oh. And she's reaching into her hammer space again. It's another 8.
Okay.
She pulls out the bag of gummies.
I mean, okay, food from your mouth. You're like a bird. Congratulations.
I do not know how that works, but yes. I don't eat it when it happens. I don't even taste it. But here, try one. These are one of my favorites.
Do you want to roll persuasion?
Sure. Oof. That's a 10.
Oh no. Just 1 second, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Sorry, I just had to answer a message real quick.
Grace.
No, that's a 10, unfortunately. He just like kind of looks at the candy, looks at you, it's just like, that came out of your mouth.
Well, it came out of my hammer space, which is in my mouth.
Slightly different from a bird, then. There's gonna be food later. Did you not have lunch or something? You're supposed to have
this
lunch.
Is for... I did have lunch. This is for you.
Why is it for me?
I have heard that sometimes when people, uh, when people do difficult things, a candy afterwards helps
So why are you giving it to me now?
because you do not like the measurements, and I wanted to say thank you for doing them anyways.
He like kind of gives it like a questioning look and just kind of like reaches over. And it's like again, his hand is big, so it's just like thumb and forefinger just like trying to pick up this like little candy, and it's just like I just eat it or like
Yeah, you take it out of the wrapper first, but it is a
okay,
little spicy.
all right. He like just unwraps it, puts it in his mouth, and what was the roll for that?
Oh
What
gosh,
was it, a
I
con
think it
save
was like,
or?
yeah, I think it was a con save.
All
Like
right,
how strong is the spice? Like,
yeah.
can he handle the spice? Oof.
Okay, well, hang on. He's got a modifier,
Oh yeah.
so
Oh, 15. Yeah, like
yeah.
it's like it definitely has a kick, but it's not unpleasant.
Mhm, mhm.
Like it is so it is definitely spicy, but it's got a very like a sweet kick to it. Like it is like a kind of a citrusy flavor like hidden beneath the spice, and yeah,
Okay,
it tastes pretty good.
okay, okay. You just
Like you would
chew.
almost describe it like kind of like a lime flavor, like
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. He just like chews it over for a minute and probably doesn't last long because again he's big, the candy is small, and he's just like, huh, okay, that, eh,
Did you like it?
I, was alright.
You can
Definitely,
have another one after we finish these.
fine. Definitely hadn't had one of those before. I doubt Flora has.
Oh, do you think she'd like to try it?
I have absolutely no idea. Then again, she tried that stupid breakfast burrito, so who knows?
You are married, yes?
Yes.
Doesn't seem you know like much about her.
Well, not in regards to food.
Well, do you know anything else about her? Like her favorite color?
Unless it's changed recently, I could maybe.
What is your favorite color?
I don't know. I never really bothered to think about it.
I didn't know for a while either.
Let me guess, it's green.
That is a very good guess, and it is correct.
Eh,
I also like pink.
well, clover's kind of an indication of that.
Oh, uh, I think this is at the point where she's gotten around to his chest and
Mm-hmm.
like is kind of face to face with him.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, she drops the measuring tape again, and I guess gonna roll another whiz save.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 11. So yeah, she that's a 14. Do you
Mm-hmm.
want to roll like another insight on that? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah, dude, you just don't like paying attention to shit, do you?
oh yeah, I guess she's fine then.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean, he'd notice her drop the tape if she does that.
yeah, I think yeah, he notices her drop the tape, and I don't think he notices though when she picks up the tape how she kind of tries to cover her clover up with her other hand, try to
Mm-hmm.
hide it from him. Like,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, he'd miss that absolutely. Probably just
oh,
yeah. Mm.
I'm almost done with these.
Good.
Thank you for your patience.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Why wouldn't it matter?
Things just usually don't.
She's kind of cocks her head at that.
Mm-hmm.
She's Briar doesn't notice this, but she's kind of like stepped away a little bit now that she doesn't have to be so close and is
Mm-hmm.
actively kind of keeping a bit of a distance as she measures the shoulders like,
Yeah, yeah. No, he doesn't because he's an oblivious idiot.
yeah.
I mean, it is though. In his defense, he's picked up on more than I expected him to so far.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, yeah, he's picked out on a lot. Like, I don't know what you mean by nothing matters.
It's don't think too much about it. It's just don't mind it.
And he used to say that too. She
But
changed her mind.
who? You cut out.
Doesn't matter.
Does it if they change their mind?
It doesn't matter if they change their mind. Yes. Maybe you'll change your mind too.
I doubt it. Do you want to roll insight?
Absolutely. Oh, okay, that's a 12.
A 12. Yeah.
Jeez, like I've been getting some good rolls, but like any insights have been like pretty like in the middle.
Yeah. At least with a 12, you could probably tell he's at least thinking about or 13 that he's thinking about something, like he's kind of in thought as he says that. But probably not much more than that.
I did not think much mattered either for a while. But it seems like the more I took enjoyment out of little things, the more I came to care about those things more. The more they mattered to me.
The more they were worth to you.
Yes.
The less you care,
not
the
money
less
worth.
things are worth.
So you stopped caring so they would be worthless?
It's one way to look at it.
Did you not want to care?
What someone wants doesn't always matter.
It does matter a little bit.
How so?
Well, when you try to change the things you want, that's when it matters. Because then you can do something about it.
And if what I decide to do is care less?
That is a choice you can make. But I don't think it will make you very happy. Or Flora.
Depends on how you look at it, I suppose.
I am looking at it. And Flora does not seem very happy when you aren't happy.
He's just quiet. He's probably just quiet a minute. That's the way of it, I guess. But once a year there are these frivolities, so...
If you do not like frivolities, what do you like?
I don't know.
Besides candy? Do you like that?
It's alright.
You can keep the bag if you want afterwards.
It's your bag. What am I gonna do with a bag of candy?
Eat it? What else would you do with it?
You would eat it. What?
Oh.
What?
You could share it with Flora.
I guess I don't... What?
Candy is made for sharing. I gave some to Pepper.
Wouldn't you want to keep the bag to share with other people?
I have several bags.
Well, what do you want?
It is my favorite. I have gathered many bags.
Well, what do you want in exchange for it then?
Does it have to be in exchange for something?
Unless you're freely
Oh,
giving it.
right. I, the player, just realized the fairy rules.
Yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense
Uh,
for Jeanette, too, because it's not like she's only just recently learned about them, and Briar isn't Fae himself, so it's just like, uh, an understandable oh moment.
hmm.
And Fable is
Hmm.
right. He has a fair point.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to be.
yeah.
Huh. I think she thinks about that, remembers the Fae rules, and I'm just gonna roll a quick. I'm gonna do the dice roller for this one.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
odd for make it free, even for not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just kind of she thinks about it for a minute, and it's like, how about it's free for a promise?
Well, that works. What's the promise?
Can you promise not to use any stamps, any marks on Pepper
Pepper,
or me?
I mean, you is possible Pepper doesn't have a mark. It wouldn't work on her.
Then you won't lose anything by promising it.
Do you want to roll insight?
Absolutely.
Oh,
20!
20!
Yes!
Finally!
Yes! I'm taking a picture of that one.
Hell yeah. Cactus dice picture.
Cactus dice! Beepity beepity beep. Send it to the right one. Standard dice roller. You can see the little cacti in there.
Yeah. Send it. Discord?
Why are you loading so slowly? Please.
Because it's being a butt. There it is.
There it is.
There's a little cactus.
There's the itty bitty cactus.
Itty bitty. Okay, he seems kind of thoughtful at this. Like, he doesn't seem to be against it, but it's just kind of like, he's thinking about it, but he seems to be very neutral about it. Like, I'm trying to think of the right words. My words are suddenly escaping me. Indifferent. There we go. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, he doesn't seem against it or anything. It's just like, his main objection seemed to be, it's like, but this doesn't make sense. You're aware she doesn't have a mark, and so you're like, well, then it shouldn't matter. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's fair. So yeah, he just like thinks about it for a moment. It's like, all right, for the candy then, promise not for a mark against you or Pepper, or the stamp thing,
Any other mark.
or any yeah, okay. So for the candy, no mark of the stamp or any other kind against you or Pepper, correct?
Correct.
And he holds out his hand to you.
And she takes his very giant hand.
In her tiny hand. And he gives
Oh. I'm not even gonna make you roll for this. You can tell her hand trembles a little bit, but her hand trembles a little bit as she kind of grasps it, but it's like but she keeps her cool as she says, like, promise. That's what we're supposed to say, correct?
Correct. Promise. He says as well, and there's that little glow of light, the little sound of rustling leaves and the smell of fall and everything, and it all fades, and he lets go of your hand. There. Promise is made.
All right. And she immediately, like, gives him the bag of candy. Like,
just takes it, like, looks at it, probably eats another one and puts the rest in his hammer space for later.
I think I have gotten all the measurements needed. I was going to ask, do you have a preference for fabric? But you said that you don't really care. Do you have any allergies to clothing?
I
or
have
fabrics?
worn one outfit for most of my life. If there is any allergies or preferences, are there actually different kinds of cloth?
Jeanette's eyes sparkle a little bit.
I feel like that was the wrong question to ask.
She, there is a little book that she pulls behind her back, and it is a little binder full of different types of fabric.
It grumbles
Would
a
you
little
like?
bit, but go ahead.
She's like, "Would you like to pick one out?"
He just like gives a sigh and just like holds out his hand for the book.
She just hands it back. She just hands it to him like,
Okay.
"The colors can be different as well, but I was thinking maybe something blue." She seemed to be fond of the blue dress on the first night.
For all the colors we usually wear, I think she prefers those that are associated with the ocean.
I noticed that too. Do you like the ocean?
I've never been. Not that I recall, anyway.
Hmm. Has she been to the ocean?
I. Maybe I don't remember, but she has seashells, so either she bought them from somewhere or she went there. I don't think she's been to the ocean.
Perhaps you two can go to the ocean together.
No time. It's too much work to be done.
Perhaps you will have time later.
Doubtful, especially after the last few days, but I guess never really know.
Perhaps you could come with us to Little Corner while we get supplies.
Do you want to roll insight?
Absolutely. Oh no! That's a 3.
Oh. Oh. He just pauses, seems to pause and think for a moment. It's like, Little Corner. I think I know enough about that place to know not to go there. And besides, why would you go there when you've already gotten everything for today?
So you can see the ocean.
I guess. I doubt I'll have time after today.
What will you be busy doing?
Work, mostly.
You seem to work a lot.
Well, that's what a job is, isn't it? You work
Yes,
a
but
lot.
even jobs require lunch breaks.
Your job requires lunch breaks. Mine don't.
I think every job should require lunch breaks.
Whether or not they should doesn't include whether or not they do.
You need to. Have you considered unionizing or starting a revolution?
He just gives you the, like, you don't even have to roll for this. He just, like, gives you the most confused look. Yeah, I'm pretty
It worked for me.
You threw a revolution?
Well, not me personally. That was Bob.
Bob. He just kind of, like, accents that, and you can... it's just like, yeah, Bob. Uh-huh. Because Guy told him everything, as you know. It's just like, yes, Bob, the nobody who was here earlier, or not.
No, not Guy who was Bob. The actual Bob.
Mm-hmm.
He started the revolution and he saved us.
Saved you from what?
She kind of hides her clover. Like, do you want to roll persuasion? Like,
He can roll persuasion. Oh, man. Oop, I can't type. There we go.
it'll do it.
Okay.
I'll say like, meets it. Yeah, that 15 will do it. She's like,
Okay.
well, it's my mark. It's all our marks.
Okay.
We're Miss Prince weren't treated well. Well, no nobody was really treated well in No Man's. It's not normal what asking for, you encouraging lunch breaks and taking breaks. At least it wasn't before. Things are getting better now, but because of the revolution, but um she kind of trails off for a second and
Mm.
kind of touches her bow like, if you were different, if you weren't like the rest, or if you made mistakes like I did, then they had to fix you. And fixing you meant changing you and making you into someone else.
That's confusing.
How do you mean?
Well, Pepper went back and didn't seem to change much about her. Her star's gone,
That's
but that's about it.
but she went back.
She didn't tell you?
I This is me, the player, realized, did she tell me? Like,
I don't remember. I thought she did, but with everything going on, we could just say that either it did or didn't happen and Jeanette just forgot.
yeah. It's like, it's possible, but it's also possible I forgot. I She went back and her mark was gone?
Yeah, Fable's
Oh
saying she's
dear.
pretty sure she did. Well,
Yeah, that
yeah,
that makes sense.
Actually, I'm gonna roll a quick history for Briar to see what he remembers exact. God damn it, you dumbass man. Oh, where's your modifier for this? God damn it. 4 minus 2.
Oh
Congratulations, you're an idiot.
no. Oh, this brick of the man has no
Yo, no, he
brains.
doesn't. He doesn't have the brain cell. He probably threw it out the damn window.
Oh, you got too angry.
He got too angry. He yeeted it. Yeah, she
He
went
ate it.
back at some point, then came back, and she just didn't have the star anymore. But that was it. Like, you've seen her. It's this fucking same.
Oh.
It doesn't seem to match what you're saying, though.
Um, well, it doesn't. It really doesn't. Oh dear. I
So, what? Taking away her star was supposed to do something? Could change her, or?
It wasn't just her star. It um it was going to make us more efficient. My eyes, it's not like me. My eyes are different too. My eyes would have been filled in, and if any other like errors would have been taken away. Pepper still has her freckles. She if she had been if they had tried if they had succeeded, those would be gone too. She wouldn't be acting like herself.
The fuck happened to No Man's then?
So much. I don't know what happened with Pepper, but a lot happened in general.
I mean, that much I can at least figure out.
Yes, but Bob made it better. And well, it wasn't just Bob. There were other people too, and there was a man with a wizard hat and a little radio. I think that's his son, and and a girl, a beautiful dress. That was the first dress I ever saw. It was so pretty. That's when I decided to make my first dress. I think the girl's name was Sandy, and then there was a man with devil horns, and he laughed a lot, and they were very nice, and they all helped Bob and made things better for us. And I can make clothes and try candies and I can be myself.
That sounds a little convoluted, but okay.
Perhaps I'm not explaining things well, but I didn't think things could change before Bob came. And, well, the worst things got. Some people tried to run. I stayed thinking maybe if I kept my head down, things would get better, and then they didn't. I stayed and stayed, and things got worse and worse. It was only when people tried to change things that things got better. Should I roll an insight on that? Like,
Yeah, you can absolutely roll an insight on that.
please, 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 dice. 9!
Oh.
Why? Why? Like, I've gotten 20s on insights. What is happening?
I don't know. Yeah, with that, it's at least up to a 10 in the middle ground. You can tell he's thinking again. Like a little bit of the math meme is back. It's just like, what? What? Because he's trying to piece it together. Because it's like he's listening to what you're saying, and then he's thinking about what happened with Pepper, presumably, and he's just like, this doesn't add up. I have apples and oranges. What the fuck happened? They're both fruit, but they're not the same thing.
Yeah, that is a humdinger. I don't know, like, and Jeanette's just as confused as he is. Like, I don't know what happened with Pepper, but I'm glad she's still herself. I'm glad she still gets to be herself.
Is this fucking star important though? Because she still doesn't have that. You've got your clover. So. It's
yes, she's covering up the clover again, or trying to. The clover is important. It's a part of me. I just well, you know about the stamp.
Yeah, got it from No Man's when we hired the first set of Nobodies. Sent it along with them. Told them to give it to me or Floor. I don't think it mattered who got it.
You know what it does?
It's supposed to put a stop to any Nobodies who act out or some shit.
That's not what it does.
It doesn't hold them in place?
It does that, but it's worse than that. It's not good. It's not good at all.
It's a fucking stamp, not a dagger.
She is looking away. It may not be a dagger, but man. Does Briar want to roll insight again? I know this man has no brain cells, but...
Alright.
I mean,
let's...
I would even argue advantage because...
Well, listen. Okay, let's see. Here's well, that's at least a 16. I can roll again if that's not high enough and roll at advantage.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, no, only 11. Okay. 16, and only 16.
I think 16 is high enough. I would have made it a 15, like... Oh, crap. I had a brain fart.
No, you're fine. Take a sippy. Take a moment. Take a sippy.
Taking a sippy. Taking a sippy. Okay. What the heck was I saying? Oh, yes, the stamps.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Briar can tell instantly that, like, that fear she was feeling, she was afraid of what the stamp would do. And, yeah, you can probably, like, this is definitely like, oh god, this stamp does a lot more than just put a stop to Nobodies. Like, it definitely does do that, but, like, you get the distinct feeling that, like, oh, maybe it's not a pleasant experience for the Nobodies when this happens. Like,
yeah.
Maybe something else is going on, like...
Yeah, he's probably a little confused, but he's also lost on the fact that it's like, of course it's not unpleasant. It's probably like hold person or something. That's not fun either.
Yeah, there might be a bit more to that then, bud.
Oh yeah, like, probably, but this man is still an idiot.
Yes, that's true. But he got a 16, so it's like, oh, yeah, it definitely puts a stop to nonsense, but also, this might be a stretch, but, like, the way, Jeanette is flinching away maybe kind of might put him in mind of, like, the pain Flora goes through with their feet, like...
No,
nope.
I couldn't see a connection there, yeah, no.
Fair enough.
Sorry, yeah.
No, that's fair. I was just trying to put the pieces together for the guy.
No, yeah, that's fair. No, that's, yeah.
I don't know,
plus that doesn't knock her out either. Like, hurts and whatnot, but like what she goes through with that is pretty different as well.
That's true. God, I'm trying to think of a way to make it more clear for the dude because he
Yeah.
did get a 16.
Yeah, well,
Like
I
he
mean,
knows.
he's at least got some pieces, so it's just like, well, actually, I mean, with just some pieces, like, okay, so what does it do then if it doesn't just stop you? Like, I assumed it was like hold person, but for paper.
It we go flat
Your
and
your paper, you're already flat.
um we go really flat. We can't move and we can't see and it all goes dark. Um
So it's like hold person, but worse.
it's not saying anything.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it when it happened to me. I couldn't move and I couldn't think. It was
Wait, you couldn't even
nothing.
think?
It was like nothing.
Why couldn't you think? How does a stamp stop you from thinking?
I thought I was gonna die.
Do you want to roll an insight?
Absolutely. And yeah, like I don't know if this was obvious, but like she's not hearing Briar right now. She's kind of
Yeah.
lost in her own thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh goodness gracious. Ah, that's a 9.
Yeah, well, I mean, if she's lost in her own thoughts, it makes sense.
Eh,
You know?
I just I'm getting 9s and 10s. So many
Yeah.
of them.
No, yeah, there's just a lot going. Well, and she also doesn't know Briar, and considering how stone-faced he is about a lot of things, he'd be a hard read. So yeah,
Yeah.
like
But
he,
needless to say, this bean has trauma.
yeah, I'd say dying's not that scary, but you're not exactly built for that, are you?
I mean, technically everyone's built for dying. We can only do it the one time.
Spells permitting.
I do not want to do that again. No one should have to go through that. It's not fun. It's scary.
He just kind of makes a sound at that.
I was going to be erased. I wouldn't be Jeanette anymore.
Wait, that's what that. Wait, does the stamp do that, or does that other thing do that?
No, the stamp just makes it so we can't run away.
Uh-huh. So the stamp makes it so you can't run away. And then the other shit with the mark and things makes it so you're not you.
She's nodding like,
Uh-huh. So you're alive, but you're dead at the same time.
I'm someone else. Someone more efficient.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Jeanette, but I'm not Jeanette.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get to make clothes anymore. I don't get to... She's biting her lip. I'm sorry. I should not be talking about this. This isn't a professional at all. I apologize.
Did you get your measurements?
Yes, but she points at the little binder with the cloth.
Oh, right. We were. Fuck. Uh, did you just want to pick what? I don't know what to do with this.
Cloth. Which one feels nicer?
He probably just tries putting his hand on it and just trying to figure it out, like baby's first touch book or something.
Oh, yes! I love that! Baby's first touch book.
He's just what the fuck do I do with this? And again, his hand's so big, so it's probably just his finger. It's like he's trying to use a touchpad or something, but it's fabric swatches. It's just like,
This one is like this
go.
one has a slightly different like feel to it. It's a bit softer. And this one has wool, so it'll be warmer in the winter.
How many times am I going to be wearing this?
Well, depends how much you like it. Though it is pretty warm outside, so perhaps we should stick with something that's a bit more lighter.
How durable are these?
Oh, some of these are very durable.
Well, unless I wear them to work, they're going to get damaged, so I probably want the durable ones.
We could do that. And she's flipping to the. She's feeling a little bit better now that she's got clothes to distract her, so she's flipping through the book.
Mm-hmm,
And she's
mm-hmm.
like. Yeah, she's like finding like some pretty durable like blends of clothing that like cloth that are like like
Mm-hmm.
lightweight but still pretty sturdy, maybe with a bit of
Okay.
stretch to them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he probably picks one of those. Like, flips between a few of them. Was like, this one, I guess.
That is a very good choice. And she like makes a mark that she's going to use for that. It's like, yes,
Mm-hmm.
I thought of using something similar for Flora's dress.
So then it can have the aesthetic.
Yes,
Okay.
you are learning.
No, don't know. I doubt it.
Oh, you just remember the aesthetic part, so yes, I would say you are learning.
I remember the word. The learning is a different matter entirely.
I would disagree.
Fine. I'm not gonna stop you. He just hands her back the swatch book. Is there anything else then?
Well, do you dislike the color blue?
No, I don't dislike it.
Do you like it more than other colors? I was thinking of having that for Flora's dress.
Well, I've never worn it, so I don't. I have no point of reference, I guess.
Have other fabric swatches you would like to see?
I sure. All right. If it helps, I don't know. See,
She like takes out another binder, this one with like different color patterns, different color shades to it.
mm-hmm. Probably just like looks them over, and again, it's like it's almost like the Gaston thing where he's like holding it up and turning it this way and that. Like, what the fuck am I looking at? But he's unlike Gaston, it doesn't get thrown in a muddy puddle or something. He's just like looking at it, like, what the fuck is this? What am I looking at? Why are there so many colors? Why are there so many swatches? How the fuck do I pick from this? I have one outfit. He probably gets there in the end though, but it's just intermittent swearing and pointing at shit. Like, what the fuck?
And like Jeanette is just smiling as he like and saying like, well, this one is a slightly more green shade of blue, and this one is a slightly paler shade of blue, and this one the hue is a bit more warmer.
I guess the warmer one. I don't know how this shit works.
If you like, I can pick a fabric that is a bit well, has a shine to it, so the blue changes color a bit in the light.
Okay. I guess.
Hmm.
Fuck if I know.
I think that'll be enough for the shirt.
Okay. Good. There you go then. He just hands the little book back to her.
She like takes the little book. Thank you for your time. Oh, I almost forgot. And she hands him another bag of candy because she did promise him candy
Oh.
for the measurements.
Oh, that's right. She's like, oh, huh.
For the measurements.
Right. You really do have a lot of these.
I have several bags.
Was there anything else you needed then?
No. Is there anything else you need help with?
No.
Something I can help you with?
I don't need help.
I'm pretty sure I said before everyone needs help sometimes.
I'm not everybody. And regardless of that, just no. Can't remember what I was doing before, though I've got something else to do now.
Are you sure there's something? Perhaps I can help you retrace your steps.
Uh, I'd say if it was important, I'd remember it later, but that's not gonna happen, and I'd rather do this instead before I forget it, too.
Well, and she pauses, like, oh, perhaps this can help. And she pulls out a little notebook from her mouth with a little pen. Here. Sometimes when you forget things, it helps to write them down. Perhaps this can help you remember your tasks later.
How am I gonna write down what I forgot?
Well, perhaps when you remember it. Or you can write down your future tasks so you don't forget those.
Right. Okay, what do you want for the notepad and pen, then?
This can just be a gift.
What, freely given?
Yes, freely given. Is that what I'm supposed to say, freely given?
Yes, well, only if you mean to give it freely.
I do mean to give it freely. It is freely given.
Then yes, okay, I guess.
Here
just,
you go.
takes it, and again, it's just like, it's Jeanette sized. It fits in his hand.
Yeah, I want to say it's kind of big in her hands, but it is itty bitty.
Yep.
And of course, there is a cactus on it.
Yep.
And there's a cactus at the end of the little pen that comes with it.
He looks at both of them and he's just like, did you have a cactus and change it into a clover or something?
Oh, no, I just like cactuses.
Huh. Wouldn't have guessed.
Yes. Oh, do you want to see Bitey?
What?
She's let's see. I'm rolling a D10 again. That's a 7. Behind her back she pulls out the Smactus. Which is a
fuck is that?
It is it's basically a giant club that is actually a cactus.
So
the Smactus.
I thought you called it Bitey.
I did call it Bitey. That is his nickname.
So the Smactus is nicknamed Bitey.
Yes. I grew him when he was little.
You grew a Smactus, which you nicknamed Bitey.
That is correct.
Does it bite people?
Only when I wanted to.
So it has a mouth?
No, just has spikes, but it feels like a bite. I did not know how plants worked at the time.
Well, I don't know how plants work now, so I guess... So wait, why didn't you just use that in Nomads?
I didn't have it at the time. I only got Bitey after the revolution. I'd never even seen a cactus before the revolution.
But they don't have cacti in Nomads. I guess I think it's not very arid there then.
Well, I was not really... I didn't really leave the office too much. I thought if I did a good job and kept working, I would be... Well, that doesn't matter.
So, what, you just worked at the office, went home, came back?
Yes. Basically.
You went home, though.
Well, home was pretty close. And, well, I did have friends.
Distraction.
They made things easier.
Distractions, but better for nobodies, I guess.
Well, it was a lot harder when they were gone. But
the fuck happened to Nomads?
Many things, but they got out. I shouldn't really be talking about this. She's not gonna say anything else about that.
Well, Briar's not the one to push, other than to say what the fuck happened to Nomads.
Yeah. I don't think she meant to say that.
I mean, you can retcon it if you want.
No, I think it's good, but also
Mhm.
like, oh, she revealed more than she was intending on with this very large man she's less afraid of now, so.
Mhm. That's very yeah. But yeah, Briar's not gonna push on it. He just gives a small shrug anyway. If that's all you wanted, needed.
Correct.
Okay, because
Hmm.
again, before I forget about it.
Don't forget to write it down so you don't forget.
He takes it back out of his pocket. Just like you see him, like again, he like picks up the pen and with like his thumb and forefinger and like very awkwardly writes down. Just like snaps it shut and just shoves it in his pocket again. It's like there.
Jeanette kind of like blinks and then kind of smiles, kind of genuinely this time, like,
Mm-hmm.
"Hmm, you know, you remind me of one of my friends. They are also very grouchy, but very nice.
Please don't confuse us. There already seems to be great distinctions between the two of us.
You, the height is very true. The height is different, but you are more similar than I think.
I'm not nice.
Sure,
You, compliance doesn't mean nice.
you care. You say you don't care much, but I think you do care a little bit. You're just afraid to.
I think you set the bar too low. You and
Perhaps.
Guy.
Hmm, perhaps. But doesn't mean it's not true.
Doesn't mean it is true either.
Hmm. She kind of just shrugs.
That's fair. He just like rolls his eyes a little bit like, God damn it, now there's two of them.
I don't think I could be as enthusiastic as Guy.
I don't think anyone can be as enthusiastic as Guy. I don't even know how Guy is as enthusiastic as Guy.
I like him. He's nice.
Don't know about nice, more pain in my side.
Both can be true at the same time.
Unfortunately. Right now he's simply a pain in my side, following along like a lost... I don't even know. Get him a compass and maybe he'll leave me alone.
Think anything could make Claire leave you alone.
Ah, fuck. Well, last night at the party, so at least he'll leave after that.
Are you sure you want him to?
That part doesn't matter.
Can I roll an insight on that? Like,
Yeah.
please, please. No!
Oh.
9!
Oh.
9 and only 9.
Only 9. Oh, I'll let advantage. Fable's yelling for
Oh.
advantage.
Yes, please. Oh! 3!
I'm guessing that's not better.
No, it's a 3.
Oh, a 3.
3.
I'll only
God.
say he seems a bit annoyed, but you can't tell at what. You can't tell if he's annoyed or frustrated. Like, he seemed almost disinterested and maybe a bit irritated and frustrated this whole time, but now it almost seems like a little more, but you're not sure what it's aimed at. Because again, he just seems unreadable.
I think before Jeanette leaves, she's like, "Do you remember what I said before about things not getting better until until Bob came and changed them?
Bob's not
Maybe,
here.
maybe you can be your own Bob, or I can be Bob. Oh, I could be Bob, or Guy could be Bob. We can Help you
He
change
gets
things for
an
the better.
absolute look on his face as you say, "Guy could be Bob." It's just like he just like gives you a flat look at that. It's like, yes, I am very aware of the fact that Guy can be Bob.
Well, I meant metaphorically.
Yes, Guy would take
Maybe
that
he can help
literally.
you change. Maybe he can help you change things for the better. Maybe we all can. Because things aren't gonna get better unless you make the change. Unless you try to make them better.
I'm gonna roll a quick d4 for odds and evens. Okay, that's an even. Ah, crap. So he just looks at you, gives kind of like a half shrug. Some things you can't change. We're not all changelings, and even Guy can't be anything other than a changeling, regardless of what he may shift into. Any more than you can be anything other than a nobody.
Well, maybe true. Maybe that's true. But they thought a nobody couldn't do. You thought a nobody couldn't do anything but organize paperwork. Maybe you should change what it means to be Briar.
I think I've changed all I care to dare.
I don't know what. She doesn't really know what to say to that. Like,
That's fair. Besides, we're back to things that aren't important.
what would you consider important right now then?
Kind of thinks for a moment. Having what I need for tonight, I guess.
You don't mean an outfit, is that correct?
No, that is correct.
What do you need for tonight?
Unfortunately, I don't know. Which makes it hard to be prepared.
Well, the others and I will complete the party decorations and the theme. Do you want information on the theme? Will that help you prepare at all?
It would not.
Oh. Do you want to borrow the Smactus? Would that help?
I doubt that would help. As capable as I'm. It's a cactus. I have never used one of these before.
It's a bit like a club.
Well, I mean, I throw a cauldron, so I guess I could technically use it, but
I just was not sure if this is a problem where you throw things at it, or if it requires a more delicate touch.
if I could solve this problem by throwing things, it would be much less of a problem.
That's the case for many problems.
Unfortunately. I also can't stab it, otherwise I'd fix it that way. Or punch it. I hate problems I can't fix that way.
Understandable.
Either way, it's my problem to figure out while you have everything else you need to deal with.
Well, I have one thing solved for now. Perhaps after I finish preparing for the party, I can help you find what you need.
Again, I don't need help. I just need to get shit done.
Well, I know you don't need help, but help is nice to have anyways.
I said you could have the measurements so you'd stop with the help.
Oh yes, you did. I forgot about that.
It's fine. I forgot to shake on that one.
I am not used to fairy rules yet.
I've pretty much lived with them since I can remember. I think. Actually, I'm gonna give him a history roll. Not that he's probably gonna do.
Oh,
nope,
yes.
he doesn't remember Jack nor shit. That's a 3.
Oh, buddy. This man has no brains.
Not for remembering shit, anyway. Between a 0 and a 1, yeah, he's not remembering anything. I've dealt with him for as long as I can remember. I'm sure I got used to it at some point if I ever just needed to. It's just how I lived. Just how it is here. Besides, after you leave, it's not something you'll have to bother with again.
If Pepper stays, I don't want to leave her on her own.
What, you're gonna stay with Pepper?
I I don't know. But I don't want Pepper on her own. I don't I I want to help Pepper.
Well, you're gonna...
Do you want to roll an insight on that? Like,
Oh. God
oh,
damn it, you
oh,
dumbass
oof.
of a man.
Dumbass of a man.
That's
Yeah,
a
she
7.
she really wants to help Pepper.
Well, that's something you're gonna have to take up with Pepper. I don't know what the fuck I can tell you about it. As opposed to staying along with Pepper, I guess you take that up with somewhere between Flora and No Man's. I mean, Pepper's worked here for years now. They just...
Truthfully, oh, go ahead.
She just requested to extend her work here for some reason, and now she's just here.
Flora is also a good judge of character. Though truthfully, I don't know where I will go after this. I did not leave No Man's before this, and the world outside of No Man's is a lot nicer than I thought it would be.
How can you say that? You're here.
It is nicer.
The fuck is happening in No Man's?
It's better than it was before, but bad memories.
You guys seem to have the lowest bar for standards that I have ever fucking seen. You just go out to other places, get higher bars. I don't know how that shit works, but like, just fucking hell.
If I get a higher bar, will you two as well?
I did... What? No? What?
Maybe you need to raise your standards too.
My standards to what?
To how to be happy. Or that you can be happy.
No. This is fine.
I don't think it is, but I have time to change your mind.
What? Why? Why do you care?
At first, I just cared because Pepper cared. And Guy cared. But I think you're very sad. I think... Well, no, you're not sad. I think you're stuck. I didn't like being stuck. I didn't like being in a place where I wasn't safe or where I wasn't happy. And no one deserves to feel like that. Even people that are kind of scary.
We're gonna make a quick roll. Okay. So if it was between that and the emptiness you spoke of, which would you pick?
You mean between being scared and the emptiness?
Mm-hmm.
This might sound strange, but I think I'd pick the fear.
So by that logic, I shouldn't change.
What? No. Fear, the numbness, I was just stuck. I was frozen. Nothing changed.
But between that and being flattened, which would you prefer?
I'm confused.
Don't worry.
Are you talking about being afraid? Like, because I am slightly afraid right now. Are you talking about right now and being flattened? Because I prefer this over being flattened.
I'm not gonna flatten you. I don't have the fucking stamp anymore, and I made the promise anyway.
I know. I'm just trying to clarify.
Don't worry about it. I'm not
Or
good with this shit.
do you mean back in No Man's are being flattened?
That fuck, did I confuse myself? Yes, that one, I think. Between No Man's and not doing anything and then being flattened. Or the other, fuck. This is why I don't do this shit. This is why I don't talk to people.
Words can be very hard, but that is a tough choice. I am scared of being flattened again. I am scared of it all the time, I think. More than I thought I was. But if it was a choice between being back in No Man's and being flattened, I think I would choose being flat. Is that bad? I don't know.
I mean, you could roll insight.
She's saying, like, is that bad to Briar? Oh! Yeah. Nat 20.
Oh, nat 20, finally. Oh, God. He seems confused at this. Like, this wasn't the answer he was expecting.
Oh.
Like, he wasn't expecting her to prefer being flattened to, like, dealing with being back in No Man's. He thought she was going to answer the other way.
Oh.
And now seems to be confused and doesn't know what to do with this conversation.
Oh. Don't get me wrong. If it was a choice between how No Man's is now and being flattened, No Man's how it is now is not that bad. But before was bad. And, well, it wasn't that it was bad. It was that I didn't do anything. I just kept being afraid, and it felt like something was tightening around me. Like, I could feel the danger coming, but I did nothing to stop it. And that is worse than being flattened. That's worse than being frozen. Is the idea that you could have done something, but didn't. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm explaining this well.
He just, like, makes a noise, and you can see, like, he's gone thoughtful again, just, like, trying to think something over in his head, like, because, again, like, he wasn't expecting that response, so now he's just trying to think, like, he doesn't know what to do with this information now he has it, and he's trying to, you know.
That's absolutely fair.
Yeah.
And she's been saying a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And not all of it has made sense.
Yeah,
because
no. Yeah, I think he's just not going to say anything after that because he doesn't really know what to do with this information now.
That is understandable.
Either way, if talking about such shit doesn't matter, you can leave No Man's, and if that's the point, then you should just go do other shit that doesn't scare you. Or scares you, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I think everything's going to scare me for a bit. There are many new things. And new things can be scary. But they're good. Some of the new things are good. Like candy.
I guess. It's different.
I suppose so.
Anyway, unless you need something else, I'm gonna go find Pepper.
Oh, yes, of course. Thank you for the measurements. I hope you like the candy. If you like, I could send you some more later. Not as a deal, but just because.
That is entirely up. That is your choice. Well, it's not like I can stop you anyway.
Jeanette just kind of smiles and walks away. Like,
and she walks away. few minutes later, Pepper, what the fuck is up with your star? And just cut.
Yes. Oh, and scene. Oh,
God.
yeah.
God, I need more water. I've been hydrating through all of that, but oh god.
Oh yeah, you were doing that gravelly voice.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of
Oh.
all I wanted to say.
No, that's fair. Oh, thank you to our lovely listeners. Thank you to our listeners in the future. You've been
Yes,
wonderful.
thank you.
And I cut the recording right here. Love you. Bye.